What's up guys, Jerky here. Today we're going to compare DIOR SAUVAGE Eau de Parfum with the original Eau de Toilette. Let's get right into it guys. So, these are some of the best fragrances, beginner fragrances that people can get into. They have the nice designer quality, but then they also have the compliment factor and pretty good longevity for the price you pay for it. But there are different versions, like the Parfum, the Elixir, which I tried yesterday at Macy's, and man, that thing is so peppery. But we're not going to talk about that today. Today we're going to talk about EDP, Eau de Toilette. Quick story before I get into this. DIOR SAUVAGE is probably my second most complimented fragrance that I wear. Simply because the citron pepper, the ambroxan, and the bergamot in this creates a alluring DNA that a lot of other designer fragrances are trying to capture. But Bleu de Chanel reigns supreme for me. I get the most compliments from that. So let's talk about these two. Let's go with price, man. DIOR SAUVAGE EDT is the cheaper one. Pretty much, if you don't really care about smelling these fragrances up close, pick the EDT. It's more affordable, it's fresher, and it does get the same type of reactions and the same type of compliments. Now, I would only pick up the Eau de Parfum if you want to have a little bit more performance and a little bit more pepperiness and a little bit more ambroxan and a bit more sweetness, because the Eau de Parfum pretty much has the same vibe that the Eau de Toilette is doing, but a little bit smoother in the dry down, and the ambroxan is more pungent. Performance wise, I get an extra hour or two, so spray the Eau de Parfum, it will last you 8, 9, 10 hours on skin or on clothes. So performance, Eau de Parfum does go a bit further than the Eau de Toilette. And if you look at the bottles, not much of a difference. Both of them are quite the same in terms of design, besides the letters. Okay, let's talk about reactions, guys. So I would spray the Eau de Toilette one day, let's say Monday, and then Tuesday I would spray the Eau de Parfum. To my girl, there's no difference in the air to her nose. You still get the citron peppers, you still get the bergamot, that great bergamot, and you get some spices here and there, and then you get the ambroxan dry down. That's pretty much it for both of these. It's only when, let's say, you come into a very close encounter or you sniff yourself that you'll notice that the Eau de Parfum differs slightly in terms of the freshness and the sweetness. The Eau de Toilette is fresher, has a bit more sparkliness to it, whereas the Eau de Parfum, it's a bit smoother, more depth. Not a lot of differences, I would say, to regular smellers. Unlike Bleu de Chanel EDT versus Eau de Parfum, that's a clear difference in the sparkliness of the citrus. But here, the differences are more laid back. So, let's get back to the compliments. Eau de Toilette gets me more compliments, guys. Maybe that's just because the Eau de Parfum, I mainly just wear it for the winter. I picked up the Eau de Parfum this winter just to see how it does in cooler air, to see if it smells any better than the Eau de Toilette. And it didn't surprise me enough to make me want to buy a bigger bottle. So that's why I bought the smaller bottle of the Eau de Parfum. I'll probably just layer it with the Eau de Toilette, but I still see myself wearing the Eau de Toilette year round. So it's still a better idea to just pick up the Eau de Toilette for the year round, day or night, and kind of skip the Eau de Parfum. I didn't notice a really big difference. Now the Parfum, now that's a big difference. That oud note makes a huge difference in the dry down, in the mids. And the Elixir, that's a pepper bomb. I smelled it at Macy's. It's strong. But for the mass pleasing, best bang for your buck, if you're deciding between these two, I would say get the Eau de Toilette. Fresher, more peppery, more balanced. Just a better fragrance, and it saves you some money. I'm gonna do one more sniff just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Eau de Parfum. Eau de Toilette. Yep, Eau de Toilette has that sharper bergamot with Eau de Parfum. Bit more laid back, a bit more cleaned out. Not as many spices there, but more sweetness. That's all I have, guys. Will I be buying another bottle of the Eau de Parfum? Probably not. I'll probably stick to the Eau de Toilette. That's all I have, guys. Ciao.